So I was born in New Mexico, in Alamogordo, New Mexico. And New Mexico is a land of stories and mysticism. And so I heard little different versions of La Llorona all growing up. But when I was in elementary school, I have this aunt who's since passed in Ramona, who used to love to tell stories. So we would sit around the campfire and she'd scare us, and our parents would get upset because we would not be able to go to sleep. But one of her, and I now understand this as an adult, but one of her stories was La Llorona. And we were staying next to a lake, and there's not a lot of water in New Mexico, so we were staying next to a lake, and so she's telling us a story about a woman who was betrayed by the love of her life, and who's so overwhelmed with grief that she and vengeance, and she's so angry that she takes her children and she drowns them. And then once she does that, she's so sorry, but she's still out looking for other children. So if you get away from the campsite, if you go too far away from your parents, if you don't listen, you're going to be in the lake with these kids. And you know what's funny is at the time I just remember being really terrified. And then as I got older, you would hear different stories of it. You would hear, like, if you stayed out too late on dates and no one knew where you were, or if you went and parked in these certain communities, you would be gone, and that it happened all the time. And each of my aunts and uncles had some story or some version of it where they would have had a classmate long ago who never came back to class. And at the time I was so scared, and I thought, God, what a great use of La Llorona to make sure we all behaved. And more probably truly is that we came home at night. That's what I remember.